What if I told you the city most people think of as a giant tourist party is actually one of the best places in the entire country to buy a home and put down real roots? I know. Downtown Nashville, the Broadway honky-tonks, the bachelorette parties, the neon lights. When most people picture living here, they picture noise, crowds, chaos. And look, I get it. I used to think the same thing. But here's the truth nobody's talking about. Downtown Nashville has quietly become one of the most coveted luxury destinations in the entire South. People are moving here from New York, California, Chicago. They're paying real money for stunning high-rise condos with skyline views, and they're absolutely loving their lives. And if you're someone who's thinking about relocating to Nashville, or even just buying in this market, you need to know exactly what's going on here before you make any decisions. In this video, I'm gonna break it all down for you. The real neighborhoods, the real price points, the live, work, play lifestyle that makes downtown Nashville unlike anywhere else, and the honest truth about what it costs and what you're actually getting for your money. Let's go. So let me start here, because this is the foundation of everything. People used to ask me, Josh, why would anyone actually want to live downtown? And honestly, 5 or 7 years ago, that was a fair question. But Nashville has transformed in a way that I do not think people outside of our market fully understand yet. I've been in Nashville real estate for 20 years, and I've watched this city go from a regional destination to a genuine top-tier urban market that competes with places like Austin, Denver, and even parts of Miami when it comes to luxury urban living. What has happened in downtown Nashville is a full-on live, work, play revolution. You've got major employers that have planted flags right here. Oracle moved its headquarters to Nashville. Amazon has a significant operation here. HCA Healthcare, one of the largest hospital systems in the world, headquartered right here downtown. And when the jobs come, the people follow. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics early 2026 report, Nashville's unemployment rate is sitting at a staggering 2.2%, the lowest among all major metros in the entire country. That's not a typo, the lowest. And that kind of job market pulls in high earners from all over the country like a magnet. And here's the thing about those high earners. When they get here, a lot of them are not looking for a house in the suburbs. They want walkability. They want skyline views. They want to walk to a great restaurant, catch a live show, hit the gym, and be at their office in 15 minutes or less. They want a lifestyle, and downtown Nashville delivers that in a way that genuinely surprised even me, and I live here. According to Redfin, the median sales price in all of Nashville came in at around $470,000 in early 2026, which is up about 2.2% year over year. But here's the nuance that matters. Downtown specifically tells a different story with its own luxury condo-driven price points that are in a completely different league. We're going to dig into those numbers in a minute, but first, let me paint the picture of what this lifestyle actually looks like day to day. Now, before we get into the specific neighborhoods, I want you to really picture what a Tuesday morning looks like when you live downtown, because this is where it all clicks. There's no single downtown Nashville. What you actually have is a collection of distinct pockets, each with its own personality, its own price range, and its own vibe. And if you're moving here, picking the right one is everything. Let me walk you through the big three. First, you've got the Gulch. This is Nashville's crown jewel of urban luxury living. It started as an old industrial rail yard, and today it's the only LEED certified neighborhood in the entire South. I'm talking floor-to-ceiling windows, rooftop pools with views of the skyline, concierge services, walkable streets lined with award-winning restaurants. The median home price in the Gulch now sits around $790,000, according to local MLS data. And most homes are priced somewhere between $450,000 and $1 million. But if you're looking at the true luxury tier, buildings like 1212, the Icon, the Pullman, Gulch Union, and Terrazzo are where things get really interesting. 1212 condos run from around $530,000 for a one-bedroom, all the way to $1.18 million for corner two-bedroom units, based on actual March and April closings. To give you a real-world example, Unit 1005 closed at $530,000, and Unit 1815 closed at $1.18 million. Those are not the estimates. Those are real transactions that happened this year, with the true penthouse tier pushing well beyond that. The Icon offers 424 units with skyline views, and real sales data from April 26 confirms this, with Unit 627 closing at exactly $360,000 for a smaller one-bedroom, larger two bedrooms hitting $1.1 million and above, and the penthouse units holding the multi-million-dollar mark. And the Gulch has a walk score of 89, meaning you're parking your car on a Friday night and that thing does not move until Monday. That is the lifestyle. Second, you've got SoBro, which stands for South of Broadway. This is for the person who wants to be right in the heartbeat of the city. Your steps from Bridgestone Arena, the Country Music Hall of Fame, the Convention Center, the Viridian, the Adelicia, and the Encore are some of the landmark luxury buildings here. And penthouse units can reach up to $5 million. SoBro brings enormous energy, and if you love having the best of the city's entertainment scene literally at your front door, this is your spot. Third, and this is the one that surprises people, is Germantown. This is Nashville's oldest neighborhood, and it sits just north of downtown. It's got this incredible combination of beautifully restored Victorian homes, tree-lined streets, and some of the best restaurants in the entire city. People who want historic charm mixed with serious culinary culture, and who maybe want a little more quiet than the Gulch or SoBro, they land in Germantown. Single family homes here start around $800,000 and can push well past $2 million for the nicest renovated historic properties. All three of these neighborhoods are the definition of live, work, play. And that phrase gets thrown around a lot. But in downtown Nashville, it actually means something. You wake up in your condo, grab coffee at a local roaster 2 blocks away, walk to your office, or hop a 10-minute ride share, catch a game at the stadium, grab dinner at a James Beard recognized restaurant, and then you walk home. That's not a fantasy. That's a Tuesday for people who live here. So now that you know where to live, let me show you what you're actually buying and what it costs to own in this market right now. According to Redfin and local MLS data, you'll see a real range depending on where you are looking inside the downtown core. The Gulch neighborhood median has recalibrated to the high 500,000s, sitting around $572 per square foot, which is actually down about 20% year over year. But those true trophy towers like 1212 and City Lights, they're still maintaining a median closer to the $700 to $800 per square foot. So the honest answer is, it depends on the building. The broader neighborhood has come in a bit, but the top tier product is definitely still holding its value. That recalibration in the neighborhood median is not a red flag. It's the market finding its footing after a period of rapid run up, and it actually creates some of the best buying opportunities we've seen in years. You might wonder why even the recalibrated figures still run so far above the broader Nashville figure of around $264 a square foot. Here's your explanation. Downtown Nashville is almost entirely a condo and high-rise market. You're buying finished luxury product in the sky, in the most walkable zip codes in the city, with amenity packages that cost real money to build and maintain. The price per square foot reflects that product type, not an inflated market. The broader Nashville metric includes everything from entry-level suburban homes to mid-century ranches and outer neighborhoods. They are two very different things. Now the practical breakdown. If you're entering the downtown market as a buyer, here is roughly what your budget gets you right now. In the $400,000 to $600,000 range, you're looking at 1 and 2 bedroom condos in buildings like Pullman, Terrazzo, and some units at the Icon. You're getting modern finishes, building amenities, and a fantastic location. In the $600,000 to $1 million range, you're stepping into larger 2-bedroom units, corner units with better views, and more premium buildings with more exclusive amenity packages. Above $1 million, you're in the penthouse conversation, the rare full floor units, and the true trophy properties at buildings like City Lights and Rutledge Hill, where 2-bedroom units start around $900,000 and penthouses can hit $2 million and beyond. One thing buyers always ask me is about HOA fees, and I want to be straight with you. In downtown Nashville, HOA fees are real. They typically range from $400 to $800 or more per month, depending on the building and the amenities. What does that cover? Usually it's your building maintenance, security, water, trash, and access to all those rooftop pools, fitness centers, and concierge services. So when you're running your numbers, build that in. It's a real cost of condo ownership. And in this market, you want to understand it before you fall in love with a unit. According to the Greater Nashville Realtors, there were about 33,737 homes sold in the region in all of 2025. Inventory has been increasing slowly, and that's actually good news for buyers right now because you have a little more room to breathe than you did during the crazy bidding wars of 2020 through 2022. The market has not crashed. It has not even come close to that. It's simply calmed into something more rational and more buyer friendly, especially at the luxury level where sellers are more willing to negotiate. Hey, real quick, I want to come back to something I said at the top of this video because I think it's starting to click now. People told you downtown Nashville was just a party neighborhood. But what we've covered so far tells a completely different story, doesn't it? You've got a LEED certified luxury neighborhood in the Gulch. You've got Germantown with historic $1 million homes and a restaurant scene that rivals any city in America. You've got SoBro with skyline penthouse living. And you've got a job market that keeps pulling in high-income professionals from the coasts. This is not a tourist trap. This is a legitimate place to invest, to live, and to build real equity over time. Here's where it gets even more interesting. In the next 2 chapters, we're gonna cover stuff that separates the people who make great decisions in this market from the ones who wish they had done things differently. We're talking about the real honest pros and cons of downtown living that nobody wants to tell you. And then we're gonna talk about what the next chapter of this market looks like for buyers and sellers. Before we get there, if you're seriously thinking about relocating to Nashville or buying in this market, I put together a free relocation guide for Nashville that breaks all of this down with neighborhoods, school info, and local insider tips. The link is in the description below. Grab it. It is completely free and it'll save you hours of research. All right, let's keep going. I promised you honest, so here it is. The pros are real and they are significant. Walkability is the biggest one. Downtown Nashville, and specifically the Gulch and SoBro, carry some of the highest walk scores in the entire city. We're talking 89 to 98. You do not need a car for most of your daily life. This is a massive quality of life upgrade for people coming from cities like LA or Dallas, where you spend 2 hours a day behind a wheel. Add to that the entertainment access, the restaurant scene, the proximity to major employers, and the sense of energy that comes from being in the center of one of America's fastest growing cities. And you've got a lifestyle that genuinely makes people feel alive. The cons, and I'm gonna be real with you, are also worth knowing. Noise is a factor, especially if you're buying in SoBro close to Broadway. That is a party street 7 nights a week, and that energy does not stop at midnight. If you're someone who needs silence to sleep, you need to be thoughtful about which building you choose and which direction your unit faces. Crime is also something to pay attention to. According to neighborhood data, areas like SoBro that border entertainment districts tend to carry higher crime statistics simply because of foot traffic volume. This does not mean it's dangerous to live there. It means you need to be smart about your building, your floor, and your personal habits. Germantown, by contrast, is consistently rated as one of Nashville's safer urban neighborhoods. The Gulch falls in the middle. There's also the cost of parking. If you have a car, plan on paying for a parking spot. In most downtown buildings, parking's either included or available for purchase, but it's not free and it's not cheap. Budget anywhere from $100 to $300 a month, or plan on a one-time purchase of a deeded parking space that can run $25,000 to $50,000 in some luxury buildings. And then there's the school conversation. Downtown and the Gulch are primarily served by Metro public schools. Many families in this area either use private schools, of which Nashville has excellent options like MBA, Harpeth Hall, University School of Nashville, or they can choose to wait until their kids are school age before moving further into the suburbs. If schools are a top priority for your household right now, that's worth a real conversation before you commit to downtown. None of these things are deal breakers, they're just reality checks. And the people who move downtown knowing what they're getting into, those are the ones who end up absolutely loving it. So you know the lifestyle, you know the price points, you know the honest trade-offs. Now let's zoom out and talk about where this market is actually headed, because that's what every smart buyer and seller is thinking about right now. This is the question I get more than any other from people who are relocating from expensive coastal markets. They want to know, is this a good investment? Are prices going to keep going up? Should I buy now or wait? Here's what the data tells us, and I want to give you multiple perspectives on this because the answer is nuanced. According to Zillow, Nashville home values are projected to see modest, steady appreciation moving through 2026. We're not talking about wild 20% annual gains of 20 to 22. Those days are gone. We're also not looking at a correction or a crash. What we're looking at is a market that is stabilizing into something healthy, more sustainable, and more rational. That is actually very good news for buyers who want to enter the market today, because you've got more time, more inventory to choose from, and more negotiating power than you would have had 3 or 4 years ago. According to NAR, Nashville continues to benefit from 2 fundamentals that underpin all strong real estate markets: strong job growth and in-migration. People are still moving here from California, New York, Illinois, and from Illinois, they're bringing West Coast and East Coast money into a southern market where the cost of living, even at the luxury level, still looks like a bargain compared to where they came from. $1 million penthouse in the Gulch would cost $3 million in San Francisco or $2 million in Manhattan. That relative value equation continues to drive demand at the top of this market. One of the most exciting things happening right now from a real estate standpoint is a new development. A 30-story Pendry Hotel and Residence is planned for the Gulch, expected to open around 2027, bringing 146 new branded residents to the neighborhood. There's also the Paramount Tower, a 60-story high-rise that officially broke ground in late 25, rising to a target height of 750 feet. When it tops out, it'll officially dethrone the Batman Building, which is what locals call the AT&T Building at 617 feet, as the tallest structure in Tennessee. That's a 133-foot difference and a statement that is hard to ignore. That is not just a fun fact. That's a statement about where the city's headed. This is not a future pipe dream. It is actively rising out of the ground right now. When a city's still building at this level, it's telling you something long-term confidence in the market. For sellers, here's your honest picture. The days of listing a condo and getting 17 offers in the first weekend are mostly behind us. In the luxury core like the Gulch, we're seeing homes sit for closer to 150 days on the market as the market stabilizes, up significantly from 67 days a year ago. That is a real shift. But here's the flip side of that coin. If you're selling, being priced right on day one is no longer optional. It's everything. You need an agent who knows how to position a property in a market where buyers have options. This is not a market to experiment with overpricing. For buyers, this is one of the best windows we've seen in years to enter the downtown Nashville luxury market. You have leverage you did not have before. Use it wisely. All right, let's bring it all home. Here's what we've covered today. Downtown Nashville is not just a tourist destination. It's a genuine, thriving luxury urban market with distinct live, work, play neighborhoods like the Gulch, SoBro, and Germantown, each offering a different flavor of the downtown lifestyle. Prices in the downtown core range from the high 300s for a 1-bedroom all the way to multi-million-dollar penthouses, with the price per square foot running higher than the broader Nashville market because you're buying a different product in a different location. The job market here is strong, migration's ongoing, and new development is still happening at a serious level. The market's cooled from its peak, but it's not cracked. It has settled into something more balanced, and that actually creates a real opportunity right now for smart buyers. If there's one thing I want you to walk away from this video believing, it's this: living in downtown Nashville is not for everyone, but for the right person, it's one of the best life decisions you can make. The energy, the access, lifestyle, the food, the music, all of the community of ambitious, creative, successful people who've all chosen to be here. There's nothing quite like it. Hey, look, whether you're relocating here from across the country or you're a local who's thinking about making a move in the urban core, I would love to be the person who helps you navigate this. I am Josh Anderson, and I've been doing this in Nashville for years, and I've walked through hundreds of these buildings. Know the ones with the best management, the ones with the best views, the ones that hold value, and the ones you want to avoid. That kind of local knowledge makes a real difference when you're making a decision this big. Reach out to me directly. All my contact is in the description below. And if you want to start by doing your own research, grab that free Nashville relocation guide I mentioned. It's packed with information, and it's a great starting point. And before you go, if you're enjoying this channel and finding it helpful, hit that subscribe button below. We drop content like this every week covering Nashville real estate, neighborhoods, lifestyle, and everything in between. If this video got you thinking, you're going to want to watch this next one, where we break down where Nashville's ultra wealthy live. Talk soon. And as always, if you're thinking about Nashville, let's make it happen.